go ahead and find a comfortable seat for yourself. Allow yourself to grow up long through the spine, settle into the hips, and then let those eyes just gradually close. And allow yourself to come into the room, onto your mat, and into your body. Take a full inhale here, and let it go. Start to arrive in your space. Take in the surroundings. Acknowledging any distractions that might be around you. And invite them to be part of your practice. This can even be your mind. Give your mind a little loving kindness when it drifts away. And take a full inhale here. And let it go. Start to scan over the body, checking in. We're going to be getting into the hips and hamstrings again. So noticing those areas, acknowledging those areas. They might be a little tight, they might be a little tender. Move mindfully today. Allow your breath to be your guide. Your breath will allow you to know when you're going too far, if it becomes choppy or you're holding your breath, or if you're in the right spot where you can breathe smooth and steady. Take another inhale here. And let it go. And then start to check in mentally, emotionally. Acknowledge those thoughts bouncing around in the head. Giving them some loving kindness. Giving them some validity. But then seeing if you can let go of them. See if you can let go, place them on maybe a little cloud or a bubble, and let them just float outside your four walls. Allow yourself to be with your body, with your breath, while you're on your mat today. And taking a full inhale in here. And let it go. Just start to settle in here. Starting off with a little bit of a meditation, a little imagery meditation, a loving kindness meditation. Start to imagine yourself sitting there in the space you're in. And imagine sitting across from yourself. You're seeing yourself, maybe you even are able to imagine yourself looking into your own eyes. And repeating these phrases to yourself. After I say them, repeating them either out loud, since you're at home, or in your mind's eye to yourself. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. And may you live with ease. Just sitting here for a few moments, acknowledging what arises. Taking an inhale here. And let it go. Allowing all of those phrases to settle into your own body. And then start to tune into your breath. Inhaling and exhaling equally. Inhales and exhales match. Starting to engage that Ujjayi pranayama, that slight narrowing of the back of the throat, to allow that little wave sound or ha sound if it's appropriate for you today. Knowing that this is a heating breath, and so if you ever become too heated, you can always allow that that narrowing of the back of the throat to release, but keep your breathing equal on both sides, the inhales and the exhales matching. Just a few more rounds of breath, allowing yourself to drop into the present, tune into the breath, allowing yourself to be with your body. Wherever you are in the breathing cycle, exhale fully, let the chin come to the chest, let those eyes blink open. As you inhale, roll your head over toward your right shoulder. And as you exhale, chin to chest. Inhale over to the left shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest. Again to the right on your inhale. And to center on the exhale. One more time to the left on your inhale. And exhale to center. As you inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, bring the hands down by your side. Slide yourself off any props that you're on and bring your right shin in front of your left. Flex through those feet and then inhale, take those arms up. And as you exhale, forward fold any little bit. So hands might come to blocks, they might come to the floor. Lift the chest, press back into those hips. And then as you exhale, lengthen forward any little bit. Press your elbows down into your shins or knees. And then press your heels away from one another. And take another full inhale here. Exhale. As you inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, walk those hands back. On your next inhale, sweep those arms up. As you exhale, twist to the right hand behind you, left hand to your right thigh. Press into the hands, lift the heart, take an inhale. Exhale, look behind you. As you inhale, keep your hands where they are, but rotate your chest to the front. And then exhale, rotate. Inhale to the front. Exhale, rotate. One more time, inhale to the front. And exhale, rotate. Pause there, press into the hands, lift the heart, big inhale. Exhale, hold. As you inhale, reach the arms up, come up to center. And then as you exhale, right hand out by the side, left arm reaches overhead, side stretch. Press into that bottom hand, lift the chest. Exhale, reach a little bit more. Another big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, reaches those arms up. As you exhale, bring the hands back behind you. Thumbs point forward, fingers point away. Lean back into the hands, lift the knees, lift the feet. Good. As you inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, both maybe. Exhale, bend. Inhale, draw those knees closer to your chest. And then as you exhale, that left shin's gonna cross in front of the right. Sit up nice and tall on your inhale, sweep those arms up. And as you exhale, hinge forward, bring the hands forward. Good, pause there, press into the hands, lift the spine. And then as you exhale, press into those elbows, press into shins, sit bones draw back, heart comes forward any little bit. Push through the heels, engage the glutes. Another full inhale here. Exhale. As you inhale, lift the chest, lengthen. Exhale, walks those hands back. On your next inhale, sweep those arms up. As you exhale, rotate to the left. Left hand's behind you, right hand to the shin or thigh. Press down, inhale, look, lift the chest, and exhale, look back. As you inhale, rotate the whole chest forward, look forward. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, look forward, twist forward. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, look back. Pause there, press into the floor, lift the heart, inhale. Exhale, stay here. As you inhale, reach up, look up with those arms. And as you exhale, left hand down to the floor, right arm reaches overhead. Draw the left shoulder under, gain length from your hip to your armpit. And then exhale, go a little bit deeper. Pressing into that bottom hand, inhale, reaches those arms up. And as you exhale, hands back behind you again, thumbs point forward, fingers point away. Draw those knees up, flex through the feet, lift the chest. So you have options. Hands can stay behind you. Maybe you grab the backs of your legs, maybe arms reach. Same idea. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straightens the left leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, both. Exhale, bend. Inhale, draw the knees closer. Exhale, cross those shins, roll yourself forward, hands and knees. And start a few movements of cat-cow. Inhale, lengthening, finding that cow pose. Exhale, pressing into the hands, find your cat pose. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, round. Taking any movements you need to. Take a couple extra breaths here. Moving the spine, whichever way is going to feel good to you today. One more full inhale and exhale. And then as you inhale, come back to a neutral spine. And exhale there. As you inhale, straighten those legs, come to a high plank. Pausing there, find some core action, press into the hands. Find those shoulder blades drawing away from one another. Tailbone's gonna lengthen toward your heels. Your inner thighs are gonna spiral up to the ceiling so your legs are nice and active. And then you're gonna look toward the top of your mat, finding a nice long spine. Big inhale here. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Gonna take a few moments, check in with the hips and hamstrings, pedal the feet, shift around. Maybe even bend and straighten the knees, whatever's gonna feel good to you today. Just taking inventory about where you are now. Trying not to be critical, no judgment, just noticing. And then exhale fully. Find a still downward facing dog. On your inhale, take your right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, pause there. Press into those hands, bend into the left knee, and then see if you can lift that right leg higher. Good, engage the glute, press into those hands, send your weight back, take another inhale. And on your exhale, open the hip, bend the knee, open the hip to the right. Inhale, lengthens that leg back out. Exhale, draw knee to nose, step that foot forward, and back knee's gonna come down. As you inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Big inhale here. Exhale, cactus arms to the right. Take an inhale here, lift the chest. Exhale, extend the arms, straighten them. Exhale there. Inhale, left hand to the floor or block. Exhale, reach that top arm up. Take another inhale here. And if it's okay, exhale, top arm overhead. Pause here for another inhale. And as you exhale, circle that hand all the way to the floor. Good, as you inhale, bend deeper into that front knee, let those hips drop. And then exhale, just shift them back a little bit. So inhale, bend. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, press forward. Exhale, back. Good, inhale, bends into that front knee. Exhale, plants the hands, straighten the back leg. Inhale, steps you back. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale, rolls you forward, plank. Exhale, lowers knees or toes all the way to the floor. Grounding down into those toes, reaching those hands back toward your toes as you inhale, lift the chest, lift the shoulders, roll those pinky edges up toward the ceiling. Good, grounding down through the toes so much that your kneecaps lift. Shoulders draw back. Good, one more full inhale here. As you exhale, bend the elbows, place them by your side, keep the shoulders lifted. Good, tuck the toes, take an inhale there. Exhale, press back knees. Sit back, hips to heels, extended child's pose. Take a full inhale there. And exhale. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches up to the ceiling. Exhale, pause. As you inhale, bend into that right knee. Press into the hands. Send that left heel higher. Engage your glutes. Exhale there. On your inhale, open the hip, bend the knee. Opening that hip to the left. Exhale. Inhale, straightens you back out. Exhale, draws knee toward your nose. Step it forward, back knee comes down. Good, on your next inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale there. Good, full inhale, lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, cactus arms to the left. Take an inhale there, draw the elbows back. And exhale, reach through those arms. Big inhale here. And exhale, right hand down to the blocker floor. Press down, take a big inhale, reach through that top arm. And then exhale, maybe top arm reaches overhead. Good, full inhale here. And as you exhale, circle that hand all the way to the floor. Good, pausing there, just bend a little deeper into that front knee, let those hips drop. And then exhale, shift it back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, hips back. One more time, inhale, hips forward. And exhale back. Inhale will bend you into the knees. Exhale, plants those hands as you straighten the back leg. On your inhale, step yourself back to downward dog. And exhaling there. Inhale, rolls you forward, plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor. Grounding down into those toes. Taking those arms, reaching them back again. Take an inhale, open the chest, lift those pinkies toward the ceiling. Exhale, maybe even start to lift the toes. Whole back body's lifting. Breathing deeply, neck grows long. One more full inhale. As you exhale, bend the elbows, hands by your side. Good, take another inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, ground the toes. Tuck the toes. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, press back knees or toes to plank. Take an inhale there. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts again. Good, exhale, bend into that left knee. As you inhale, lift that right leg higher. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, step it forward. Back knee can be up or down, your choice. Inhale is going to sweep those arms up. Good, exhale, pause. Draw up through the chest. Take an inhale, draw those elbows back, lift the chest. As you exhale, draw those elbows to go toward the front as you round your spine. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, hold. Inhale, reaches those arms. And then as you exhale, rotate left hand down, right arm reaches to ceiling, find a twist. Press into that back leg, lift the chest, lift the hips, open up. Exhale, top arm overhead. Inhale, takes that top arm straight up. Exhale, circle the hand to the floor. Good, pausing there again, your back knee is up or down, your choice. Blocks may come in handy. Take an inhale, roll the shoulders back, let those hips drop forward. And then as you exhale, straighten the front leg as much as possible. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten, hold. Good, draw that left hip forward, right hip back. Maybe push into the heel of the front foot, draw the toes back. Take another inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, toe down, bend into the front knee. Exhale, plant the hands. As you inhale, step it back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolls you forward to plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor. Hands are gonna come off the mat, come up onto those fingertips, ground through the toes. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, chest and head lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Draw those shoulder blades together, elbows back, ground through those toes. Take another inhale. And exhale, lower. Hands by the side, tuck the toes, press back knees or toes to plank, to downward facing dog. Exhale fully. Inhale, left leg's gonna reach to the ceiling. Exhale, pause there. As you inhale, bend into that right knee, lift that left leg higher. And then exhale, open the hip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, steps the foot forward. Good, back knee up or down, again, your choice. Inhale, sweeps those arms up. Good, lift through the heart, draw that low belly in, tailbone lengthens. Find strength in the legs. And then as you exhale, find cactus arms. Good, take an inhale here, lift the heart. And as you exhale, round forward, bring those elbows toward one another. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, opens you up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, reaches those arms up. And then as you exhale, twist to the left as that right hand comes down, left arm reaches. Press down, reach up, big inhale here. Exhale, top arm overhead. Another full inhale here. And exhale, circle that hand to the floor. Good, pausing there. Blocks may come in handy. Take an inhale, bend deeply into the front knee, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. One more time, inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten and hold. Draw that right hip forward. Press into the front foot, lift the chest, folding forward any little bit. Maybe start to draw those left toes up off the mat. Good, take another full inhale here. Hold to exhale. As you inhale, foot to floor, bend into the knee. Exhale, hands to the floor. As you inhale, step it back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolls you forward, plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor. Good, bring those elbows forward, plant down into those hands, and then draw those elbows back, ground through the toes, find Sphinx pose. So pressing down to lift the chest. Imagine drawing your heart forward as you send your toes back. Shoulder blades draw together. One more full inhale here. Exhale. As you inhale, press the palms together, press the pinky edges to the floor. Start to lower the head. On your inhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes. Exhale, straighten those legs, find low plank. Good, press down and forward into the hands. Pressing into the elbows. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, hips or knees down, hips down, find Sphinx, palms turn up. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slide those hands back by your ribs. Tuck the toes, take an inhale there. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Big inhale there. And exhale. Put a little bend into your knees. As you inhale, walk your hands back toward your feet. Once your feet are firmly on the ground, make sure they're about hip distance or wider apart. Bend deeply into the knees and let the head and neck relax. Get your belly and chest closer to your thighs. Relax the head, give it a little nod yes, a little shake no. And then hands to your knees or shins as you inhale, lengthen long spine. Exhale, activate those legs, draw in through the low belly, press into the soles of the feet, heart comes forward. So hands can stay on knees or shins, maybe they come to hips, maybe they start to reach back behind you. So pressing into those legs, imagine those sit bones lifting as your low belly draws in. Hug your legs toward one another as much as you press them away from one another. Another big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, hold. Bend into the knees if you need to. Inhale, lifts the chest. And exhale, hands by side. Good. Make that journey to the top of your mat. Have your blocks handy. We're going to go through one series of sun salutation B. So blocks might be handy because we're going to pause a couple places along the way. So grounding down into those feet. Feet can be hip distance and parallel, or they can be together, or anywhere in between. Exhale fully here. Good. Bend the knees, inhale, reach, find chair. Exhale, fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, lengthen long spine. As you exhale, pour your weight into your right foot. On your inhale, take that left leg back to the ceiling. Exhale, hold a little standing split. Good, take another inhale here. As you exhale, bend into that front knee, reach the left leg back, low lunge. On your inhale, sweep your arms up, find crescent. Exhale there. Good, big inhale here. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Back heel is gonna come to the ground for balance. Take an inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, hinge forward, find Parsvottanasana. Just for a moment, hands stay on hips. Take an inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, bends you into that front knee, hands to blocks or floor. Exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, shifts the weight forward. Exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor. Inhale, shoulders roll back, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, take an inhale, exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Nice full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, pause. Take another inhale, lift it a bit higher. Exhale, draw knee to nose. Step the foot forward. Shift the weight forward, take an inhale. As you exhale, press into the hands or block, lift the back leg, find that standing splits. Take an inhale here. Exhale, left foot to meet the right. Take an inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, inhale, reach the arms, chair pose. Exhale to stand. Second side, bend the knees, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, long spine. As you exhale, pour your weight into your left foot. On your inhale, take that right leg back behind you. Exhale, hold. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, reach that right leg back, find that low lunge. Take an inhale here. Exhale. On your inhale, sweep those arms up, find your crescent lunge. Exhale. As you inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, hands to your hips so you can step that back leg in to ground the heel. Inhale, both legs straight, lift the heart. As you exhale, hinge forward at the hips, Parsvottanasana. Take an inhale here, feeling that front hamstring. Exhale. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, bend into the front knee, hands to blocks or floor. As you inhale, step it back. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Inhale, rolls you forward plank. Exhale, lower knees or toes. Grounding down through those hands. Inhale, shoulders back, cobra, maybe upward dog. Exhale, meeting up, downward facing dog. Big inhale there. And exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches to the ceiling. Exhale, pause. Good, take another inhale, lift that leg nice and high. Exhale, draw knee to nose, step it forward. Finding that low lunge as you inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, stand on that front leg, lift the back leg. Take an inhale there. As you exhale, right foot to the floor. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, fold. Bending into the knees. Inhale, reach those arms, chair pose. Exhale, press to stand. Good. Take a moment there, check in. So from here, this is where we're going to transition. If you want to use the wall, you can. If you're going to use the wall, you're going to want to have the wall on your back foot. So you're going to be able to have space to where your back foot is going to press into the wall. So I'm just going to adjust my mat slightly here to be able to do this. So I'm pretty sure you guys can still see me. Awesome. All right. So from here, you're just going to take your left foot, press it against the wall first, your left foot. So you're going to put that foot right up to the edge, press into it, make your feet nice and wide on your mat. Good. So pause there. You might need your blocks. I know I'm going to need them. So I'm going to readjust that again. Good. Feet are parallel to one another. Press into the outer edges of your feet. Take an inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, lengthen forward. Good. Hands can stay on your hips. They can go to blocks. They can go to floor. Just find that wide leg forward fold. Press into the outer edges of your feet. Draw up through the low belly. And then imagine dragging your heels back behind you. Chest is going to drop forward. Breathing into it here. Our hamstrings should be pretty warmed up. We're going to find some strength and some length in these poses coming up. Exhale fully. And again, if you don't have a wall, no worries. You're just going to do these poses without the wall. Take an inhale, long spine. Exhale, hold. As you inhale, put a little bend into those knees. Exhale, walk yourself toward your right foot. Your left foot's going to slide so that your heel's at the wall, but your edges of your foot are not on the wall anymore. So it's just your heel. Toes are pointed out about 45 degrees, maybe a little less. And then straighten your front leg any little bit. So you're pressing back into that back heel, drawing your front heel back, Parsvottanasana. Left hip's going to draw forward. It likes to draw back. See if you can imagine drawing your inner thighs toward one another. Just feeling a nice stretch along the right thigh, back of your hamstrings there. Maybe even push into the front heel, draw those toes back again, get into the calf. 2 more breaths here. Exhale fully. As you inhale, press the foot down if it's not there already. Exhale, shift the weight slightly forward into your hands to bend the knee, and then slide that right foot slightly back. You're going to have to play with it if you're at the wall. And you're going to come into standing splits with your left foot on the wall. So press into that right foot, press your left foot into the wall. Now look back behind you, see that your toes are pointing to the ground, and then really push into the wall, push into the leg on the ground. Find your standing splits. Maybe you fold forward a little bit more. Maybe hands are on your ankle, but you have that balance effect with that foot on the wall if you have it there. Good, take another inhale there. Exhale. Good, as you inhale, lengthen forward. Maybe you press so much into the wall on the foot that your hands hover. A little Virabhadrasana 3. Good, take another inhale there. Exhale, hands back to the blocks. Take your left foot, turn it out to the left, stack the hips, come into half moon. So look back to your foot, your left toes point to the left, right hand inches forward, and then maybe left hand comes to your hip, half moon. Good, press into the wall, open the chest. Good, you're finding nice stretch in that base leg as much as you can into the top leg. Good, maybe you press so much that that bottom hand hovers, maybe it comes to your chest. Good, take another inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, right hand to the floor if it's up. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Find those standing splits again. Draw your hip down, draw the toes to point to the floor. Good, pause there. I know that right leg's getting a nice stretch here. Nice strength. Exhale there. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, put a little bend into that front knee. Take your left foot, place it on the ground. So ball of the foot is at the wall. Your heel is pushing into the wall. Find a low lunge. You might need to walk your right foot forward. Breathing there. So you have something to push back into to press you forward. See if you can bring your hands to the inside of that right foot and walk that right foot out toward the right. Find a little different low lunge there. Maybe your hands can come to floor. Maybe they're happy on blocks. We're going to be here another 2 breaths. If it's too much to keep your back leg straight, you always can drop it to the ground, but keep pushing your heel into the wall. Good, take another inhale there. Exhale. Little challenge here. We're going to shift our weight forward into Malasana. So you're going to take your left foot, bend into that knee. You're going to step your left foot out toward your left hand. Good, and start to lower those hips. Find Malasana for a moment or 2. Use a block under your hips if you need it. Maybe don't go as low. Find a little bit more strength. Good, another deep inhale here. Exhale. Good, as you inhale, shift forward, lift those hips, parallel the feet. Exhale, forward fold. Good, pausing in here, hands can be on blocks, on floor. Maybe you give those shins and calves a little hug as you let your head drop toward the floor. Shift your weight slightly forward into your toes. Engage and lift your kneecaps up toward your belly. Draw your belly up toward your spine. And imagine the top of your head lengthening toward the floor. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, sweeps those arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. Switching sides. So you're going to put your right foot at the wall. So bring those blocks along with you. Your right foot is going to be at the base of the wall, or your right foot is going to be nice and wide. You're going to be eventually going to your left. Press into those feet, take a big inhale with the heart. Exhale, lengthen forward. Maybe your hands stay on your hips. Maybe they interlink behind your back this time. Press in those hands together, opening the chest, and start to lengthen forward while those arms reach up. So you have options. Maybe you want a little chest stretch as well as a hamstring stretch, or maybe you just want to stay with the hamstring stretch with your hands on your hips, blocks, or floor. So you have options here. Again, power up those legs. We really want to feel the hamstrings, that area between your knee and your sit bones. So right back in there, the deep muscle tissues. 2 more breaths here. Exhale fully. Inhale, hands to your hips if they're not there already. Exhale, hands to the floor. Take an inhale, nice long spine. And as you exhale, bend into the knees, walk your hands toward that left foot. Square up the hips so that the heel of your right foot is pressing into the wall. So adjust your stance so that can happen. And then inhale, lengthen, straighten that front leg. And exhale, fold over that front straight leg. The right hip likes to hang back because it's easier. So if you can draw that right hip forward, Imagine drawing your inner thighs together. That always helps me. And then push into the feet. Maybe you start to draw those toes back on the left foot as you continue to lengthen forward with the chest. Listen to your breath. Can you keep it smooth and steady? One more full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, place that foot on the floor. Good, from here you're gonna inhale, put a little bend into that front knee. Exhale, shift that front foot back just a little bit. And then press into the front foot, step that right foot onto the wall. So adjust the feet as you need, adjust the arms as you need, and then look back, all 5 toes point down. Your foot's about hip distance height, and then press into the bottom leg, press into the leg on the wall, lengthen the chest, and then maybe fold forward any little bit. Standing splits. Lift up through the left hip, press down through the right hip. Really energize that front leg. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Maybe you exhale, press into the hands and feet so much that your hands hover. Find Virabhadrasana 3 for a moment. Gonna take another inhale here. Exhale, hands to the blocks or floor. As you inhale, open your right hip to the right. Take your right toes, point them to the right, and then take your right hand to your hip. Coming into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Good, power up the legs, open the chest, push into the wall. Maybe top arm reaches. Maybe bottom hand hovers, pressing into the wall, hand comes to chest. Good, take one more full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, left hand down if it's hovering. Exhale, take that right hand down, square the hips, find that standing splits again. Good, pause there. Take an inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, start to bend into that left knee. And exhale, slowly place that right foot down at the floor. Ball of the foot is on the baseboard, your heels on the wall. And again, adjust the feet as you need to find your stance. And then walk both hands to the inside. Walk that left foot out to the side. You can stay on blocks, you can go to hands, you can even drop your back knee. Whatever is going to feel best to you. And just pause here. Let those hips drop, but keep pushing back into the wall. Just kind of notice the differences between your right side and your left side. About 2 more breaths here. Good, if your back knee's on the ground, go ahead and straighten it. Look toward your right hand, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, step that right foot forward. Good, start to drop those hips, come into that malasana, or maybe even just a low squat, maybe not all the way. Breathing there. See if you can lift the chest any little bit. Can you keep engaging your legs even if your hips are dropped all the way? That's the challenge. Exhale fully. And as you inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, straighten those legs, parallel the feet, a little wider forward bend. Take an inhale, long spine, and exhale, fold. Lift up through the kneecaps, at the top of the head, draw down. Maybe even using those arms around your legs to draw in a little deeper. Be mindful that you're not pushing too far into it. You're feeling the stretch in your hamstrings, not the low back. And just notice what changes happen if you try to imagine drawing your legs toward one another. So energetically use those adductors. And then on your next exhale, press the legs away from one another. Use your abductors, your outer hips. Notice that that gets you a little different stretch in the hamstrings. And then now turn them both on at the same time and see if you can fold a little deeper. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees if you need. Inhale, takes those arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good, take a moment there. Bring those feet to hip distance. Check in. And you're gonna step out wide again. This time your left foot's at the wall again. So left foot. Good, see if you can go maybe a little bit wider, see how that feels. Take an inhale here. And exhale, forward fold. Good, just pausing here for a moment, take an inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, bend into the knees, walk your hands toward your right foot. Good, bring that left heel onto the wall. Walk that right foot out to the side. So we've been here before. This time I want you to bend your back knee. Push your foot into the wall and then let those hips drop, roll the shoulders back. So you might need to have hands on a block to lift your chest to roll back. So we're really getting into the hip flexor now on the front side of that left leg. And try to keep hugging your right knee in. So your right knee might be super wide, no problem, but intention is drawing it in. So you're using those adductors, your inner thigh. Good, and then from here, turn that right foot out to about 45 degrees and then roll out toward the pinky edge of that foot. That might mean you need to walk the foot forward or in a little bit so that you're able to roll it out. So a little external rotation. That might mean that you need to roll over to the left a little bit to give yourself some space. And then maybe your right hand even helps you externally rotate that leg, opening up the hip a little bit more. Good, take another inhale there. Exhale. Inhale brings that foot back to center. Exhale, maybe hands to floor, start to drop the chest forward. Maybe you start to straighten the back leg. So maybe your elbows come to a block, maybe they come to a floor. Then your back knee can stay on the ground if straightening it is too much, but it's nice to have something to push into if you're there at the wall. If you're not, don't worry, just lift the legs, power it up. Exhale, fully there. Let that back knee drop. Slide those hands back. And then walk your right foot back. Maybe bring those blocks with you. If you're at the wall, you're going to be using the wall for your quad stretch. If you don't have a wall, you're going to bend your back leg, grab onto the foot, and find a little quad stretch. So if you're at the wall, slide that leg back toward the wall. You might need to bring your right knee down. Slide it back toward the wall. So the knees at the baseboard, your left foot is up at the wall. And then see if that right foot can step forward again. Good. First step, press those hips back to the wall. So we're getting into that quadricep. We're not going to be here too long, I promise. Good. Second step, if it is okay for you, maybe hands to that right knee, roll the shoulders back, draw the knee down and into the center line of your body. Now your right hip's going to want to escape, draw that right hip down, even if you have to forcefully say go down. Yes. Good, take another breath there. Good, and then slowly start to walk your hands forward. Good, walk that, or bring that right knee to the ground. Draw your left knee forward. Pause there for a moment. And then step your right foot forward again. So same leg, right foot forward. Bring your hands all the way down to the floor. Good, then from here you're going to actually step your right foot back again. So your feet are at the wall, heels are on the wall. Lift your hips down, downward facing dog, downward facing dog at the wall. Good, and then from here you're gonna take that left leg, bring it up the wall. Good, so you have that squared off hip. The ball of your foot is pushing into the wall. You're drawing your left hip forward, right hip up. So you're finding a little splits practice in downward facing dog. If you want to go a little bit deeper, walk the hands closer toward your foot, inch that left leg up the wall. So you're gonna find some stretch in that right leg, some length in the left leg. 2 more breaths. If you wanna add in a little bit of strength, Straighten those arms, draw your right toes up off the floor as you press into the left leg, a little bit of handstand practice. And then right foot back to the floor if it's up. Walk the hands forward if you walk them in. Bring that left foot to the ground. Bring those knees wide. Find child's pose. Pause there for a moment. Checking in right side and left side differences. Good. One more full inhale here. And exhale. Good. And we can't let the left side have all the fun, so we got to work on our other side. So shift your weight forward. Take that left foot, step it forward. Step it out to the left side of your mat. And then straighten that right leg, finding that lunge. Finding your distance so your foot presses into the wall, and then let that back knee drop. Good. Draw in through the low belly. Roll the shoulders back, let your hips drop forward. Good. Intentionally squeeze your left knee toward the center of your body as your heart lifts, getting into that right hip flexor now. Breathing into it. 2 more breaths here. See if you can find a little bit more length in the front body, lifting up through the chest. And then from here, turning that left foot out about 45 degrees. And then taking that left knee out to the side, just opening the hip a little bit, maybe even opening it up with the left hand. Maybe right hand comes to the floor. Breathing into it there. And so for people without using a wall, if you're not going to use a wall here, when we go into our twist, just stay here, stay nice and long, don't walk yourself back. That might have been very difficult the first time. And then come back to center. Bring those hands to the floor maybe power up the back leg, go a little bit deeper, maybe elbows to blocks, bolster pillow. Finding a little bit more length in that right side. Again, your back knee can always drop as well, but that's going to feel better for you. But make sure you're pushing into the wall with your heel, either knee up or knee down. Exhale fully there. Good, let that back knee drop if it's not already. Bring your hands to the floor. Start to slide yourself back. If you're coming toward the wall, that left knee is going to come back. You're going to bring your right knee to the wall. Right toes point up the wall. And then step your left foot forward. Adjust yourself, toes point straight up the wall, and then shift the hips back to the wall first. So you're shifting the hips back first. Lengthen your tailbone down toward your knee as you start to lift your hands to your knee maybe. Chest starts to lift. You're going to draw your knee down toward the midline of your body as you drop your left hip. So really getting into the quadricep. Press toes into the wall. Top of the foot into the wall. 2 more breaths here. I feel like it's been forever since we've done this stretch. Exhale fully. As you inhale, slowly come forward. Come off of the wall, bring that left knee down. Slide the right knee forward. Take a moment there. And a little nicer transition than last time. Plant your hands on the floor. Walk those heels back to the wall, tuck the toes, lift your hips, a little shortened downward facing dog. And then from here, taking that right leg up the wall. Your right hip's gonna wanna open, draw the toes to point down, draw that right hip down, lift the left hip up, maybe even look at your toes underneath your arms. Press down and forward so you can stay here, or walk the hands back a little bit, walk that right foot up the wall, working towards splits. Breathing, keep the arms nice and strong. If you want to work a little bit on balance and strength for the arms, press to the arms, lift the hips, press into that right leg to hover the left. Imagine drawing those left toes toward your left wrist. And then left toes down. Walk the hands forward if they've walked back Bring that right foot down and find child's pose. Take a couple breaths there. And so here's where you kind of get to decide. Maybe you like the resting part you have right now. Maybe you want to try a little bit of handstand at the wall before we go into full Hanumanasana before our cool down. So you have that option. If you would like to just hang out and rest, you can go into Baddha Konasana, so sit up and soles of the feet together, butterfly stretch. If you want to continue on with me for handstand practice, we're gonna do that. So go ahead and sit yourself up. You're gonna use the wall again, so L-shaped handstand. If you wanna turn around and kick up, you have that as an option as well. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, lift those hips, find your short downward dog. Press down and forward into the hands, look toward the wall, and then bend your knees, place your feet halfway up the wall, equal with the hips, and then straighten those legs. Find your L-shaped handstand. Good, maybe one leg reaches for a couple breaths. So we've been here before, but on our feet. But now we're here on our hands, maybe the other leg. Good, continue to breathe. Good, couple more breaths, couple more times of play. And then when you're ready, slowly come down, finding that child's pose again. Those that are in Baddha Konasana, find child's pose. Two more breaths here. And slowly shift the weight forward. Good. From here, take your right foot, step it forward. That left foot's gonna extend back again to the wall. So you're tucking the toes, push that right foot into the wall. And then from here, you're going to press into your blocks, press into your hands, whatever it is, and then just kind of walk that front foot forward. Just inch it forward, still pushing into the back leg. Once you've kind of reached where your legs are like, yeah, I'm not gonna go any further, pause there. Push into the heel of the front foot, draw the toes back. So straighten the front leg as much as possible. Good, and then press into the hands. You might even need to use blocks or bolsters, press into your knuckles, and then straighten the back leg as well. Maybe you wiggle that front leg forward more. Keep pushing into the back leg. Keep lifting up through the chest. Good, breathe. Awesome. If you're getting closer to the floor, you can always take one of your blocks and kind of slide it underneath that back hamstring by your sit bone. Keep lifting up the chest. Breathing. Good, two more breaths. Whew. And then back knee drops. Good, slowly start to press into that front leg, press into your hands, draw your back knee in slightly. Keep the back toe tucked, push into the front heel, draw the front heel back. So drag it back, drag it back, drag it back as you drag your chest back, keep dragging it back until it won't go anymore. And then bend the knee, place the foot on the ground. Either sit back on your heels or child's pose. Maybe give those wrists a little twist and turn. Take a couple breaths here. And we'll switch sides. So you have the left foot now. Left foot's gonna step forward. Your right foot is gonna be toward the back. I'm gonna move my cat off my mat though. Nope, not gonna happen. Keep walking that left foot forward. Left foot forward, left foot forward. So it won't really go forward anymore. And then draw the toes back. Maybe you can wiggle forward a little bit more. Press into the hands, press into the back foot. Maybe the back knee doesn't come off this side. Totally fine. If you can, straighten it. That's gonna be your strength. Gonna draw that right hip forward, maybe wiggle the left foot forward more. Breathing here, roll the shoulders back. Feel those hamstrings. Two more breaths here. One more full inhale. Exhale. Let that back knee drop if it hasn't already. Press into your hands, round forward. Press into the back leg, draw that back knee in a little bit, and then start with the straight leg, start to draw that front leg back, draw it back, until it won't go anymore. Then bend the knee, bring the knee to the floor, and find child's pose. Take a couple moments there. And then from here, you get to have your choice of a heart opener. So you can go through a little vinyasa, you can do a little downward dog, and then find your way into whatever heart opener is going to be best for you. Maybe it's on your belly, maybe you're doing bow pose, maybe you're doing locust pose, maybe you're sitting on the blocks, maybe you're on a bolster, whatever you want to do. We're going to hold for about 15 breaths. To open up the front side of the body. We've worked our legs. We're just going to open up our chest a little bit more from the day. So your choice. I'm going to make my way to my back so that I can do a reclined on my blocks heart opener. So make your way into your heart opener of choice. I'm going to use my blocks. And today I'm going to use my block that's on my back. I'm going to use it the long way up my spine. So it's between my shoulder blades, giving me a little bit more support. And then dropping in wherever you are with your heart opener. Allow yourself to just drop into that pose. Taking your breaths, making them nice and full. Slowing that breath down. Be mindful of the low back here, being careful of where you are with your legs. Knees can be bent or straight, but be mindful of that back. Dropping in a little bit deeper with each breath. If you are on blocks or on a bolster or something, maybe you can make your arms a little bit wider even to open up the front of the chest. Maybe you can even lift your chin slightly. And then take deep breaths into the front body, allowing it to open. And allowing that back body to soften any little bit. About 4 more breaths here. If you're on anything that's underneath your back or if you're on your belly, slowly start to come all the way onto your back, placing those props off to the side. Allowing yourself to lay down onto your back, pausing there for a moment. And then taking your right knee, draw it into your chest. Take the right foot, flex it up to the ceiling, find half happy baby. And if it feels okay, maybe that left leg goes long. So it's kind of like a laying on our back version of that low lunge. And then bending that left knee, if you've straightened it, place that right ankle over the left knee. Find a little pigeon pose on your back. Any variation that's going to feel good to you. If you want to find a little bit more hamstring action or activation, you can straighten that left leg. So getting into that left leg a little bit more, maybe even your left hand reaches up for your calf or your toe. So you have a couple different actions going on here. You have a hip stretch and a hamstring stretch. Or you can just stay with one, the pigeon pose. Taking that left foot, place it on the ground. And then from here, keeping that left foot where it is, you're just gonna drop your left knee to the left. Your right foot's gonna press into the ground. So your right knee is lifted, and then send your right knee away from you, just getting a little different stretch into that right hip. Maybe the arms open up wide. You find a little gentle twist for the low back. Exhale fully here. As you inhale, bring those knees back up to center. Exhale, take that right leg up to the ceiling. Just pause there, maybe grab onto the foot, maybe grab onto the back of the calf. Just let that right hip kind of drop down into its socket. And then placing that right foot on the floor. Take that left knee into the chest, give a little squeeze, then flex the left foot up to the ceiling. Find half happy baby on the left. Maybe right leg goes long. We've been here before, but now we're really targeting that left hip. And then bend into that right knee if it's not there already. And then take that left ankle over the right knee. Good, take an inhale. And as you exhale, start to draw those legs in toward the chest, grabbing around the back of the right leg. And again, you can stay here with this figure four stretch or straighten that right leg up to the ceiling. Maybe that right hand reaches for your ankle or for your big toe. Resisting still against the leg with that left leg. So left pushing into right, right pushing into left. Exhale fully here. Allowing that right foot to come to the ground. And then taking that left foot, dropping it toward the right. And that right leg pressing into the floor. And then send that left knee away from you, getting a little different stretch here. Opening up the chest for a little bit of a twist. But keep pressing your legs down into the floor as you send your left knee away from your chest. It might not go super far, but that intention is there, so you're getting into that left hip. Exhale fully here. As you inhale, draw those knees back up to center. Exhale, left leg goes up to the sky, grabbing around the back of that left leg. And just kind of imagine that leg dropping back down to the floor. So it's dropping into its hip socket. Gonna go ahead and pull and bend that knee slightly. Draw your right knee to meet your left. Take both legs up to the ceiling. Maybe point and flex through the feet. Maybe circles with the toes. Both directions. Good, and then hug those knees into your chest. Final twist here. So keeping the knees as close as you can into your chest, drop both knees to the right. Let that left arm drop to the left and find a twist. Once you found your maximum twist for your body, let your legs and arms relax. Breathe. Let gravity take over here. Exhale fully. Find the engagement in the legs again. Inhale, squeeze the inner thighs together as you lift the knees to center. And then exhale, drop those knees over to the left, keeping them as close as you can. Find your twist, right arm goes long, and then relax the body. Let gravity take over here. Let your breath grow deeper. Let go of any ujjayi breath that you have. Let your belly expand and contract. Exhale fully. Engage those legs. Inhale, draw the knees up. As you exhale, round the spine, give your knees a big hug, draw forehead toward your knees. As you inhale, release the head. Exhale, any final pose you need. Maybe it's happy baby, maybe it's a wide leg, maybe it's some inversion. Anything you need to take here before Shavasana. Scan over the body, check in with any areas that are still feeling a little left out of the practice. And then allow yourself to find Shavasana. Start to lengthen out. Use any props that you need to for your body to rest comfortably. Maybe cover the body, maybe cover the eyes. And once you've extended out, maybe do a couple deep sighs of your breath. Taking as much air as you can in, and then sighing it out the mouth. With each sigh out, allow that body to surrender into stillness a little bit more. Reminding the mind to stay here with you. Allowing it to settle into a little bit more stillness. If it does drift away to a different thought, just remind it to come back to the rise and fall of your belly. The inhale and exhale at the tip of your nose. Allow your body and mind to surrender here. I'll bring us out of Shavasana with 3 bells. Take rest. If it feels like you still need to restore, please stay here and let this play out. Otherwise, start to deepen your breath. Bring some movement into the fingers and toes, the wrists and ankles. On your next breath, reach your arms back behind your head, slide your feet together, give yourself a long stretch. And then slowly bend the knees. Your choice, either hug them in or give yourself a little windshield wiper legs. When you're ready, use your arm as a pillow. Roll over to your favorite side and pause there. Take a moment, check in mentally, physically, acknowledging the shifts from the practice. And then using your top hand, press into the floor, extend your top leg, press yourself up mindfully. Coming back up to seated. Allowing those eyes to close along the way if they've opened. Bring your hands to your heart center. Allowing yourself to come into the room, onto your mat, into your body. Connecting with yourself again. Maybe imagine yourself sitting with yourself again. And wishing good things, good kind thoughts to yourself. Maybe wishing yourself again that you be happy, be safe, healthy, and at ease. Picturing yourself there in your mind's eye, maybe even give yourself a big smile. We'll seal this practice in with one Om or a sigh of the breath. Exhale fully. Inhaling. Bowing your head slightly. Taking a moment, think of one thing in your life that you truly are grateful for. Holding on to that image in your mind's eye as you raise your head with a smile. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. Drink lots of water, eat your veggies for a sunblock.